Cover the chemical composition of several substances you're likely familiar with. We'll kick things off with water. Observe this water molecule. It comprises 2 hydrogen atoms, shown in white, and 1 oxygen atom, 2 hydrogen atoms which you'll then bond to the oxygen. Give it a shot. Well done. I suppose you're starting to see a bit how chemistry works. Here is another substance, salt. Yes, that's the salt you use to cook. Pretty, isn't it? Once more, those nice colors are just here to help you distinguish the atoms. Salt is usually white, and atoms are colorless by themselves. So, what do you think? Is it a solid, a liquid, or a gas? Yes, it's a solid. There are few ones. Pyrite is a crystal. It's also called fool's gold because it looks like gold but it's not. As you can see, it makes small cubes. Just like salt or aluminum, its atoms are well ordered. Quartz is another crystal. It forms hexagonal shapes. This is a sample of clear quartz, but it can be colored too. When quartz does not contain impurities, it's transparent, but when it contains some, it can be colored. Amethyst and citron are examples of colored quartz. A lot of crystals can be found in nature, and even if chemists already know a lot of them, some new ones are still discovered from time to time. The interesting thing about crystals, we have seen a lot of things in a very small amount of time, so let's take a moment to recap. We only used a few types of atoms, hydrogen, oxygen, carbon, to build molecules. We mentioned a few other ones, like aluminium, chlorine, sodium or nitrogen, to build a few other substances. This gives you only a small glimpse of what chemistry is about. Imagine what we can do when using the whole set of atoms. There are more than 100 of them. In some way, chemistry looks like a construction game, but it may feel a bit overwhelming to you right now. Don't worry, that's completely normal. The scientists who worked hard to understand all of this felt puzzled at first too, and a lot of them were very surprised by what they discovered. It took more than 2 centuries to invent the modern chemistry, and before that it took thousands of years more of tinkering and experimenting that was probably necessary to start understanding it. The Greek philosopher Democritus was the first to imagine that everything was made of atoms 2,500 years ago, and since then many scientists have worked to understand what's happening. No wonder there is so much to learn from them today. But with time and a lot of work and creativity, we can discover more fundamental rules and special cases